Mr. Chair, we are now live.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chair Aaron Griffin, and I would like to welcome you to the September 9th, 2021 African American Heritage Commission virtual meeting. We will now call this our meeting to order. Okay. The City County African American Heritage Commission consists of 9 members. 3 of those members are appointed by Asheville City Council. 3 are appointed by the Buncombe County Board of Commissioners, and 3 are appointed by 6 appointed members. The commission is to advise the City Council and County Commissioners about the preservation, interpretation, and promotion of African American arts, history, and culture. All committee members and staff are participating virtually. We appreciate your patience as we work through committee meetings a bit differently. We are streaming live on our virtual engagement hub, which is accessible through the virtual engagement hub link on the front page of the city website and also linked on the committee page. We also have an option for the public to listen live by phone by dialing 855-925-2801 and entering meeting code 9409. For those of you who plan to speak during our live public comment today, you will need to hit *3 to be put in the speaker queue. For those of you out there with us today, welcome. Okay. I will go through to introduce all the committee members and staff who are participating virtually. For our committee members, please make sure to mute your microphone if you are not speaking. When you have a question or would like to speak, click the raise hand, and when recognized by the chair, unmute your microphone. Please remember to mute your phone after you are done speaking. As I call your name, please say a quick hello. Dwayne Barton.
Hello.
Michael Hayes. Okay. Vice Chair Beverly Miller.
Hello, everyone.
Catherine Mitchell.
Hello, everyone.
Brandon Oliver. Georgia Shannon. Lynn Michelle Smith.
Hello, everybody.
And Brenda Mills, Interim Equity Inclusion Director, City of Asheville.
Good evening, everyone.
Leonard Jones, Community Engagement Specialist, Buncombe County.
Hello, everyone.
Sandra Kilgore, City Council Liaison. I'm sorry. Hello. All right. So I'll start committee agenda. Again, I ask committee members to click raise hand and be recognized to speak. Please state your name each time you comment. Just a reminder that the public is listening on the phone, and this keeps them up to date on the order of the meeting and who is commenting or speaking. So first up, we have the approval of minutes for August 12th, 2021. This action needed. Minutes are pending.
Mr. Chair, we'll work on those minutes for your next meeting. We're going to have your vice chair is trying to get me a link to Zoom, so I've got to get her a little help to figure out how we're going to get that over.
Okay.
Since we haven't heard from your secretary, is Brandon Oliver considered your secretary?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if we cannot get in touch with him, if he was not able to do it, I'll get that Zoom meeting and we'll get those minutes. We do apologize.
All right. So next updates or reports. There's none at this time. And we can move on to unfinished business. to continue discussion regarding connecting with local historic resources. Uh-oh. So we had discussed about, finding resources to help connect our community to some of the things, initiatives, and things that's going on in our community. Some of these things, Ms. Miller, can you hear me?
Yeah, Chair Griffin, Ms. Catherine has her hand raised.
Oh.
Can you see her?
I see you.
All right.
Okay, where is one? Okay. Ms. Mitchell, please.
Yes, this is Catherine Mitchell. I'm representing the African American Heritage Trail Group. And at the conclusion of this meeting, I will be forwarding to all commission members our schedule of community meetings and discussions over the next 2 months to discuss the contents of the trail. All will have an opportunity to participate. We will be holding community meetings as well as surveys, taking surveys and individual interviews. But you'll have a full schedule of that at the conclusion of this meeting.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. Okay.
Chair Griffin, I understood from your Vice Chair, Ms. Miller, that you guys had thought about maybe bringing in some other folks to talk to you about other local historic resources, like maybe the Preservation Society or other places where you might be able to partner with them to do projects. Is that something that this board is interested in doing? Because I would be glad to set that up for you, if that's what you were talking about. I had to leave the meeting early for August, so I wasn't quite sure of all the full conversation.
Right. Yeah, we did discuss that. We wanted to discuss that with everyone to see if that's something that we all would be interested in. Mr. Barton had mentioned, I forget the guy's name, but he's in Raleigh, but it would be a great resource for us to sort of, to move forward, to see what's, what they're doing there. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Okay. Nothing.
You have a hand raised by Ms. Catherine Mitchell.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Ms. Mitchell, please.
Yes, Catherine Mitchell. I'm in constant contact with Asheville Buncombe Preservation Society, and I would be pleased to ask them to come and make a presentation at the convenience of the commission.
Okay. Welcome, Councilwoman Kilgore. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm sorry I was late for the meeting. I was just leaving an appointment, but I'm just happy I made it in. So please, as you can tell, I'm in my car, so yeah. But anyway, I'm happy to make it in. Thanks.
Great.
Chair Griffin, this is Brenda Mills, staff liaison for the city. I think it's a great idea, Ms. Catherine's idea put forward to hear back from the Preservation Society. And Dwayne, could you tell me, are you talking about the Department of Natural Resources in Raleigh, that group? in terms of like having them to make a presentation to this group?
Nah, Lynn knows the contact of the lady who reached out to us and said that she wanted to make a connection with the group. I forget her name. But
Okay.
Speaking of that, I was wondering why any groups that's dealing with African American community committees that where there's overlap, that we don't have like a group session to get on the same page on how we can work on specific goals that would make it to reach the outcomes, and particularly to the African American community.
Could you explain a little bit more? What groups are you talking about?
I mean, you have what the committee that was started with the equity.
That's the Human Relations Commission.
Yeah, the Human
That's
Relations
but
Council.
that's not their role. That's not their role. That your role is, African American history and preservation of that.
And economics. We got an economic thing, we got an education thing, and we got a connection thing where we supposed to be connecting with the city and the county. And if the Human Relations Council is designed to support, relationship, and particularly with people who historically been marginalized, I think they'd be a great committee to talk with to see what they're working on and see if they can take some to see what they at least know what they're doing so we can connect.
Okay.
And never talk to anybody around economic development with the city and how that can play into the goals we need to set with the African American Heritage Commission.
Okay. Well, their meeting is next Thursday. If you'd like to come and do public comment with that, I'll make sure that you all get that information about next Thursday's meeting. I would also suggest, could everybody mute? Because I'm getting feedback. Okay, so I'd also suggest you also have a Public Art and Culture Commission for the city that oversees the 1% for public art that we do on projects. When I was in that role, we got that created, and then Lynn is going to tell us about the Raleigh connection. That would be great.
Yes, so Angela Thorpe, she is with the African American Heritage Commission in Raleigh. She reached out to me a while back to schedule a meeting just to see how she could offer support to our commission. And that was right at the time when we were about to elect officers. I had a meeting scheduled, I believe, for August 18th. So what I did is I passed that information on to chair and vice chair. And I don't think they were able to meet. I think there was a schedule mix up, but we do have this resource that chair and vice chair have been made. They've made that connection with Angela. So hopefully that'll be a really good resource for us to help us with our commission here. And I was really, she's the director of the North Carolina African American Heritage Commission. So that was, I don't know how she found us, but I'm glad she did.
If you guys have been in touch with her, would you like to invite her, Aaron and Beverly, chair and vice chair, would you like to invite her to present at the next meeting, or would you like to meet with her first?
I would say I would like to invite her to the next meeting to present.
Okay.
That way everyone, yeah.
Everybody cool?
Miss Brenda, this is Lynn. I didn't introduce myself. I can send you her contact information.
Okay. And then Miss Mitchell, if you could get us in contact with the local folks to do maybe a 15, 20 minute presentation just to talk about local resources, that would be great. And to just communicate with me when they email you back, just communicate with us and let us know that they've confirmed. For your next meeting, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's good for resources, right? Exciting.
Is it any more unfinished business that we need to discuss at this moment? No. Okay. I guess it's safe to move on to new business. We have a city vacancy recommendation, expired term of Marvin Chambers. So we have we have to choose a person to fill a vacancy due to city clerk's office tomorrow.
Chair Griffin, just to give you a little background, I sent a packet out to everyone to look at the recommendations. This person will be replacing Marvin Chambers, who was a city representative. So whoever you choose must be a city resident. Did everybody get a chance to look at the packet? Anybody got any questions?
Brenda.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have some new people that applied?
Yes, I sent, I gave a link to the packet that we had. We had, hold on just a second. I think there was at least 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
It was
Nice.
McAfee, Blunt, Watson, and Will Burden.
McAfee lives in Candler.
Candler.
He's not in the city limits.
Okay, so we have Blunt and Will Burden that's in the city.
Stephen Blunt works for Dogwood Health Trust. And Valeria Watson, the artist.
It says Leicester, so.
She's in Leicester, yeah.
Leicester.
You're right, correct. Ashley Wilberding, I don't like messing up people's names.
Wilberding.
So you got Ashley Wilberding and the gentleman from Dogwood Health Trust. Did everybody get a chance to kind of take a look at those, or would you like to take a few minutes to look at those? And Miss Catherine's hand is raised, Chair Griffin.
All right. Ms. Mitchell, please.
Yes, I had an opportunity to review the applicants, and I was very impressed with Stephen Blunt. I know Stephen over, I'd say at least 10 years, and I've watched him grow and develop in his career and personal life. I think he would be an excellent candidate for the commission. I would recommend him highly.
Miss Catherine, would you like to put that in the form of a motion at this time, or would you guys, and then you can have discussion after you have a motion and a second.
Yes, I so move that Stephen Blunt be accepted as the applicant for the city position on the commission.
This is Lynn Smith. I second.
Are we going to make any vote be anybody? I would Valeria Watson if she's in the city limits. I don't know.
She's not in the city limits, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you have a vacancy for the county, she would be a great connection.
Right.
So Chair Griffin, you have a motion and a second, and if you'll call for a discussion, if there's any more discussion, and then just take a vote, and you'll have to roll call everybody that's in the meeting to get a response.
Okay, so could you repeat that one more time for me, please? I'm sorry.
Not a problem. This is Brenda Mills, staff liaison. So there's been a motion by Ms. Catherine Mitchell and properly seconded by Lynn Smith. Call for discussion. If there's no more discussion about other names that want to be recommended to City Council to put on this board, then you take a vote. but you also you have to call every member's name and they have to vote verbally.
Okay.
Okay, so that list you have up there where you introduced everybody, just go by that list. Just the ones who are in attendance.
Okay.
All right, you're doing great.
Thank you. All right, so we'll call for a vote. So Mr. Dwayne Barton for is it Jay? I don't have the first.
Stephen Blunt.
Stephen Blunt. I don't know why I say Jay, but okay.
Okay. All right.
Stephen Blunt.
Okay.
Vice Chair Beverly Miller.
Aye.
Catherine Mitchell.
Aye.
Lynn Michelle Smith.
How about a yay?
And Brenda Mills. No, not you. That's it.
And then you have to say if you agree.
And I agree. Aaron Griffin. I agree.
I will send an email this evening to the city clerk's office copying you all that you have recommended Stephen Blunt be moved forward to the Boards and Commissions Committee for consideration on Tuesday morning for City Council on Tuesday. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, Brenda, I was just, excuse me, Aaron, I want to check
Yes.
something. I knew we had one position open, and then you said one is being open because of Marvin Chambers. Isn't that a second position you have open?
No, unless I'm still trying to learn all these folks,
Yes,
but everybody's the only one I've been told by the city clerk's office was Marvin rolled off in July. He had already served 2 terms, so they're replacing him.
But I thought we had another one before that, Brenda, that we hadn't replaced too. Look at the numbers, because
well, this will make number 9. You have 8. You have 8 board members. Yes, ma'am. It's just that we have a few that
okay.
yeah, we just didn't have a few that attended. And I'll follow up with them to make sure everything's cool.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Good question, though. Thank you.
Hi, this is Aaron Griffith. I think I got a email about 2 terms are ending. Michael Hayes and Brandon Oliver. Is anyone aware of that?
For right now, that's all I've been given from the clerk's office. So they may be going to advertise it next month, as far as I know.
All right.
This is Brenda
Lynn
Mills.
Smith. Lynn, please.
Sure. So their terms are ending. Should Michael and Brandon choose to go another term, they are eligible. And then after that, I think they'll roll off.
This is Staff Liaison Brenda Mills. I'll check on that for you, Aaron, and I'll let the board know where we are with all of those. I think we will need to ask them if they want to renew. And if they say yes, they'll be put forward to be voted on by council. And then if they no, then they'll open up a vacancy and they'll let us know when it'll be advertised.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Brenda, do we have any public comments?
Mr. Chair, we have no one waiting to have any live comments at this time.
Okay. All right. The next regular meeting is scheduled for Thursday, September the 9th, 2021, and remains virtual. Check on the city's engagement hub for more directions on how to participate. Any comments, questions, discussions, anything?
Could you repeat that date for the next meeting?
Thursday, September the 9th.
Today is the 9th.
Well, okay, I was typo. I'm sorry. I need to check that. That would be, let me look real. Wow. Well, it'd be October.
It'll be October 14th.
October the 14th.
Sorry about that. I thought
no problem.
Yeah, yo, Aaron, about the meeting in the vice chair that we had, are we going to discuss that any, or what's the deal on that?
Yeah, please. Yeah, let's discuss it.
Yeah, you want to go in and throw it out there, or you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
this is your staff liaison, Brenda Mills. Is this old business or new business?
New business.
Okay, but that did not get noticed to the public. So we're gonna have to discuss that next meeting.
Okay.
Unless you, you know, are you planning to make a decision today, or I'm not quite sure what it's about, but
It's really, excuse me, it's Aaron Griffin. It's really kind of old business, but you know, just a different strategy. Some of the same things that we're talking about, you know, as far as getting people to come to speak to the group. And we were talking about really trying to gather all the resources, you know, to see what's going on in the city as far as initiatives and projects, to see how what's going on for our community, and you know how we could be a part of it.
Okay. Now, Dwayne mentioned something. Chair Barton mentioned something about chair and vice chair. What did I miss? That's what it was about, which is what you just discussed not too long ago.
Right.
So are you needing more information about what's going on in the city, or ways to find out what's going on in the city?
Yeah,
we do, but
yeah. The goal was to find out what's all the projects that's dealing with the African American community that's history related, to get everything on the same page, just like so that we can know what the landscape is, and then we can start seeing, okay, this is happening on this side. How can we be like a facilitator, or help give overall feedback on the accomplishments and the outcomes of these different initiatives that's happening around the city, around African American history and culture, and specifically from neighborhoods all the way down to universities. And what does that look like? Because we got a list from the city a couple years ago, and it was about 25 projects that was going on that some of us didn't know anything about. So the goal is to get us educated about what's currently happening out there, and then how can we plug in to add some capacity to the flow of all these projects.
okay. Today, well, I got a link to the projects and initiatives information that's on the city website, which is a lot. I just skimmed through it, but I think we all should have a link, a copy of that link that was sent out?
I can send that to you. I'll be glad to send that to you. Now, some of those projects are probably out of date. All of those are not current. And then there are projects on the city's engagement hub. So let me just send you a couple of links to some stuff. Do all of you get the city e-news, the neighborhood news? Most of you get neighborhood news, but do you get the city e-news? You know, and on the county side, they have I get the county newsletter. They talk about all their projects. So let me just send you some links, see what I can do research wise, and then we'll get started from there. I'll provide that as a document for you to share with all of you. It'll be probably in the next week. Would that be fine?
That works. And
then from that point, you'll need, I think some of you should volunteer. Like Miss Catherine is working on the project with the TDA to do, you know, the markers. And YMI's got some projects, Eagle Market Street. So those are outside of government. So we're going to need to kind of identify who we're thinking about. And then, maybe we can check in with them about, how do we find out about their projects and things that are going on. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because just look at it's a Walton Street Park, Wesley Grant, Ashland Avenue.
Well, Ashland's off the table.
Okay.
And I can give you a report on some of the city projects next time. I'll be glad to do that. And kind of where we are with those. And I'll add that to the agenda as a discussion for next time.
Okay.
And if you could work on some of the organizations that you're thinking about locally, I don't know all of them. I can try with the ones that I know, and then we'll just go from there. All righty.
All right. Anything else you want to discuss? Or I would now adjourn the meeting unless there's objections.
So move for adjournment.
Second.
All right. So adjourn.
All right. Have a great one.
Thank y'all.